Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, the largest abortion provider in the world, is held up as a hero by liberals who claim she liberated women and ethnic minorities from lives of servitude. But the truth about Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood is a lot darker than liberals and ethnic minority leaders would have you believe. Sanger, hero of the contemporary left, was a self-described eugenist wanted to exterminate the black race, eradicate people with disabilities. Sanger admitted her entire life's purpose was to promote birth control, but it was actually minorities she wanted to control, not the white race she belonged to. Her goal was to create a nation of thoroughbreds, and that meant tricking ethnic minorities into killing their unborn. On blacks, immigrants and indigents, human weeds, reckless breeders, spawning human beings who never should have been born. Margaret Sanger wrote in her book Pivot of Civilization, referring to immigrants and poor people. On sterilization racial purification, Sanger believed that, for the purpose of racial purification, couples should be rewarded who chose sterilization. From Birth Control in America, The Career of Margaret Sanger, by David Kennedy, page 117, quoting a 1923 Sanger speech. Of course, modern-day liberals are blissfully unaware that they have canonized a racist eugenicist whose ideology was so extreme that Hitler claimed to take inspiration from her far-left pseudoscience. Liberal cognitive dissonance and censorship does not allow for anything based in fact for use in their echo chambers. Next time you hear a liberal speaking from their favorite position, the moral high ground, and praising Planned Parenthood, you might want to remind them of the organization's evil roots. Sanger espoused the thinking of eugenicists, similar to Darwin's survival of the fittest, but related the concept to human society, saying the genetic makeup of the poor and minorities, for example, was inferior. On the extermination of blacks, we do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, she said, if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. Woman's Body, Woman's Right: A Social History of Birth Control in America, by Linda Gordon. On respecting the rights of the mentally ill in her plan for peace, Sanger outlined her strategy for eradication of those she deemed feeble-minded. Among the steps included in her evil scheme were immigration restrictions, compulsory sterilization, segregation to a lifetime of farm work, etc. Birth Control Review, April 1932, page 107. On adultery, a woman's physical satisfaction was more important than any marriage vow, Sanger believed. Birth Control in America, page 11. On marital sex, the marriage bed is the most degenerating influence in the social order, Sanger said. Page 23. Quite the opposite of God's view on the matter. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Hebrews 134. On abortion, criminal abortions arise from a perverted sex relationship under the stress of economic necessity, and their greatest frequency is among married women. The Woman Rebel, No Gods, No Masters, May 1914, Vol. 1, Number 3. The most merciful thing that a large family does to one of its infant members is to kill it. Margaret Sanger, Women and the New Race Eugenics Pub. Company, 1920, 1923. Baxter Dimitri is a writer at Your Newswire. He covers politics, business, and entertainment. Speaking truth to power, since he learned to talk, Baxter has traveled in over 80 countries and won arguments in every single one. Live without fear. Email Baxter at yournewswire.com. Follow at Baxter Dimitri.